transitioning into another voice is always understanding your natural voice, but, giving that a little flavor. So if I pitch my voice up just a little bit, it kind of gives it that teenage kind of feel. So it's kind of like, today we're going to high school, and I really am excited about science because science is my favorite class. And just a little bit of like that energy behind it. And I just recently took an amazing intensive with Sarah Sherman, who's a casting director for shows like Phineas and Ferb. And we walked through like kid voices. And that's something I've really been working on because, you can say something like, oh, I love my ABCs, but like that's not high enough. And it's not just about like squeezing it and like, so like it's all about, the vocal health too. So for me, it's like a process. And it, again, going back to this whole, movement and dancing, even in the booth, I'm very physical. So like I have to do kind of like this motion to like get it up there. So it would be something like, oh boy, I love my ABCs. While I do have inspirations for villains, I just feel like I really harness the energy that is this energy right now, feeling like I'm going crazy in quarantine. So like, no, not just this city, not just this state. I will conquer the whole world. So I just spend a lot of time trying to figure out like what can my voice do? What can I produce? It's really funny because there's the cliche of singing in the shower, and I love singing in the shower, but now I've transitioned to voices in the shower. That's like my new thing. I'm like scrubbing and I'm like ho, 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 like trying to find like different voices. I'm like, no, not this one. But yeah, I just continue to just like play around because I have more of a theater background. I know that I kind of have to find a different pathway to warming up for film and remembering that it's not loud and proud. When I first started studying film and I was watching playback of some of the scenes I was doing, I was like too big. I mean, my eyes were popping out of my head. I was like, what am I doing? This is uncomfortable to watch. So 2 years later, I really found that subtlety to just like really create an intimate space. If this did not come into my life, I don't know where I would be. But there is a class called DAN 205, which is dance improv. And man, it was so tedious at first. It was tedious, and I was like, I don't feel like I'm understanding it. Remember every class starting with these prompts, and we would get right into it. Like we would start, and then Liz would tell us a prompt, and we would just go, like just start moving our bodies. And I was like, I don't get it. This is so tedious. I don't understand how my body moves. I don't get it. Somewhere along the line, fell in love with it. The biggest thing for me is that it made me feel comfortable about the way that I move my body, and now, fast forward to now, I teach, and I always say how you move is fine because you're moving through the space, and we all have different bodies, and that's what that class taught me. And so like that is the core of like my spirit.